Hey all, today I want to talk about cyborgs, or not only that, but cyborg fungus, which is, I think, a really cool concept and idea. So yeah, let's jump straight into it. We as humanity has basically managed to combine mechanical elements to fungus or fungi. And from, letting the fungus, or more accurately the mycelium, basically control these mechanical parts, we get this weird fusion of nature and mechanics. By shining light on the fungus, or the mycelium I suppose, it basically reacts and senses this little spark of electricity through the mycelium when it is hit by this light or whatever it is, which then can be detected and utilized to make mechanical and robotic elements do stuff, because they react to like this little spark of energy that the mycelium puts out when it gets reacted with the light. Like, for example, this little car thingy driving like forward and then backwards, which, it's pretty simple, but it's also really interesting that it does this through light that hits the mycelium, which is like pretty insane. It is, however, only the mycelium that actually, does stuff and does the work. So it's not like an actual mushroom sticking out of the head of a robot. So we're still a little bit ways off from like getting something crazy like The Last of Us robots with like giant fungi springing out from the heads, which would be pretty cool, and pretty terrifying actually. But hey, I just kind of think it's pretty cool that we are at a point where we are starting to have this symbiosis with nature and technology. And yeah, I know it's not directly a new concept that, that of copying nature and, using the concepts from nature in technology. Like, for example, copying the aerodynamics from wings and like copying that to windmills and stuff like that in planes. So I know it's not like a new thing fully, but one thing is to copy nature, like with windmills and planes and stuff like that. Another is to like completely integrate it. And I know there are a lot of examples of this also, like, fermentation through human history in general, or like more recently, like, antibiotics, I suppose it's called. But this just feels like a whole nother level of that, actually combining mycelium fungus with robots is freaking cool. Like, could you imagine being in a car or like a plane where 15% of the electronic parts were controlled by mycelium slash, fungus? Though it is mycelium, but you know what I mean. That would be something else. Or, meeting a robot on the street while you walk, but realizing that it's not so much a robot as just like this funny little organism guy walking around in a steel suit. Like, that is like some sci-fi fantasy stuff that's really interesting to think about. It's just so weird and interesting. It's not like really dystopian, but it's not really utopian either. I don't know where to place it, but it's just really fascinating. There is something really cool about the concept of merging nature and technology, especially since we generally culturally kind of separate the two. Now I'm just waiting for a giant battlesuit controlled by a little cute sapling at the top, or a quantum computer inside of a giant oak tree. I don't know what it would do, like practically, but it would seem really cool, conceptually at least. So yeah, this was kind of a quick video, but thanks for watching and hearing me talk about fungus, robots, mycelium, nature, technology stuff. It's really fascinating. So I'm really excited to see like the future and how we can actually implement this. I would imagine there would also be some like practical, hurdles to get over with actually utilizing fungus in robotic parts with like maintaining it and stuff like that. But yeah, I didn't really have like robot mecha battlesuit fungus discussions on my bingo card for a video. But hey, this is where we're at this year. So thank you for watching and see you later. Bye bye.